Good morning, everyone. Today I will present how economic forces influence corporate finance decisions, using Lockheed Martin as a case study. As a leading aerospace and defense company, Lockheed Martin operates in a highly regulated and government-driven environment. In this presentation, I will explain how macroeconomic conditions, government policies, tariffs, and behavioral factors impact financial performance and strategic decision-making. I will also highlight how the corporate finance function responds to this change. This goal is to demonstrate how understanding economic forces support better long-term strategy and sustainable growth. Let's begin with the three key macroeconomy indicators: GDP, inflation, and unemployment. GDP measures the total economy output and reflects overall economic growth. Inflation refers to the general increase in prices, which affects production and operating costs. Unemployment measures labor market conditions and influences both labor availability and cost. Together, these indicators provide insight into the overall health of the economy and help business anticipate economic changes. These indicators also help us understand the business cycle. During periods of economic expansion, GDP rises and economic activity increases. During recession, economic activity slows and GDP declines. Inflation and unemployment also change across different phases of the cycle. These changes provide signal to businesses about future demand and cost conditions. Understanding the business cycle allows firms to adjust their strategies accordingly. These macroeconomic conditions are highly relevant to Lockheed Martin. When GDP increases, governments are more likely to increase defense spending, which leads to higher demand for defense contracts. Inflation increases production costs, including materials, labor, and research and development. Lower unemployment may increase labor costs due to competition for skilled workers. From a corporate finance perspective, this means managing costs, forecasting long-term contracts, and supporting investment decisions. Therefore, economic conditions directly affect both revenue and cost structure for Lockheed Martin. Now, let's examine government policy using the ADAS model. When the government provides a tax rebate, disposable income increases, which leads to higher consumption. This shifts aggregate demand to the right in the short run. As a result, output increases and price also rise. This reflects an expansion in economic activity driven by government stimulus. Although Lockheed Martin does not sell directly to consumers, increased economic activity can indirectly support higher government spending. In the long run, the economy adjusts to the increase in demand. Firms expand their production capacity and improve efficiency, which shifts aggregate supply to the right. As a result, output stability and inflationary pressures are reduced. For Lockheed Martin, long-term government contracts support investment in research and development and production capabilities. This allows the company to achieve sustainable growth and over time. Next, we examine tariffs using the demand and supply model. Tariffs increase the cost of imported components and materials used in the production. This causes the supply curve to shift to the left. As a result, prices increase and the quantity of output decreases. For Lockheed Martin, this leads to higher production costs and potential delays in supply chain. This creates cost pressure and reduces profit margins. Tariffs also create winners and losers in the market. Domestic suppliers benefit from reduced foreign competition. However, firms that rely on global supply chains, such as Lockheed Martin, may face higher costs and operational challenges. From a corporate finance perspective, this increases financial risks and cost pressure. Therefore, firms must respond by diversifying suppliers, improving efficiency, and strengthening supply chain resilience. Finally, we consider behavioral economics. In reality, decision makers are not always fully rational and are influenced by perception, trust, and risk. For Lockheed Martin, government trust plays a key role in awarding defense contracts. A strong reputation increases the likelihood of securing long-term partnerships. In addition, risk perception, especially during geopolitical uncertainty, can influence defense spending decisions. These behavioral factors directly impact investment decisions and revenue stability. In conclusion, economic forces play a critical role in shaping corporate finance decisions at Lockheed Martin. Macroeconomic indicators influence demand and costs. Government policies drive defense spending and long-term contracts. Tariffs increase cost pressure and supply chain risk. Behavioral factors also influence strategic decisions. Therefore, Lockheed Martin should monitor economic and policy changes, improve cost efficiency, and strengthen supply chain resilience. By doing so, the company can maintain competitiveness and achieve sustainable long-term growth. Thank you.